president. I'm here with the Business Scholars Program. And I'm sure with your travels around the world, you've seen the effects of climate change. And so in light of President Obama's recent initiative to reform the guidelines of power plants, what do you believe are the next steps that we can take to address this global issue?
Boy, thanks for asking. Thank you so much. I have a whole chapter about climate change. Who's in the room? Because when President Obama and I went to the first climate conference that was held after he became president, it was in Copenhagen in December of '09, we had two goals. We wanted to try to get the developing countries to agree that they would be held accountable for their emissions, something that they had resisted and which Kyoto had not required of them. And we wanted to get money on the table, or at least the beginning of a fund to help countries that were most at risk. So when I got there, I announced a $100 billion fund over several years, and the United States would be partners, but others would have to be, and it would be particularly aimed at low-lying countries and islands. And then we wanted to get an agreement with the Chinese, the Indians, the Brazilians, the South Africans, the BRICS group, so to speak, about agreeing to be monitored. And we couldn't find them anywhere. And we kept calling. We said, you know, President Obama and I want to meet with the Prime Minister of China, the Prime Minister of India. And we were told they were gone, they were leaving, they had left. So we sent out scouts to this huge convention center. We said, see if you find them anywhere. And they found them. They found them up a back staircase, in a room covered with blue drapes, guarded by Chinese security, meeting to figure out how they were going to reject our proposal. So I look at the president looks at me, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, so off we go. And we go marching to the back of the convention center. We go up the stairs. Chinese guards are going, oh, stop, stop. And we get to the door, and the president, you know, walks in, and I duck under, and we say, hi, we've been looking for you. So we sat down, and we began to negotiate. And it wasn't a huge step forward, but it was a significant step forward, because for the first time, they agreed to monitor their emissions. So fast forward. We've made very slow, but some progress in the succeeding climate conferences. And in 2015, there will be a very significant one, which will be the one with leaders similar to what we had in Copenhagen. So part of what President Obama is doing, and I fully support it, is making it clear that the United States is going to act. We've done work on mileage, now with the EPA rules on coal-fired plants, and a very creative American solution, having different states figure out what they can do to try to lower their coal-fired emissions. But then the Supreme Court just agreed that the government has the authority to regulate carbon. We're looking at methane. I started a group, the Clean Air and Climate Coalition, because we wanted to work on methane and black soot and other things. And we started a group on clean cook stoves, something that a lot of people thought was, you know, another one of my, you know, favorite ideas. But it also was because a couple billion people cook on open fires, and that contributes to black soot and greenhouse gas emissions and the like. So we're moving, but we need to do so much more. But the United States cannot go to an international forum unless we've done more. And I think what President Obama is now doing is laying down, here's what the United States of America is going to do, what are you going to do, and being able to bring people around the table by 2015, so maybe we can stem off what will be a terrible, terrible outcome for our world.